The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead.
Whoa, we're back with another episode of Viral Venom. This is episode 16. Hell gave him back. Right? I couldn't come up with a better one. I was tired.
Okay.
Forgive me for that.
We should have used the pun.
We have a couple of very special guests on with us tonight. We have actor Matthew White and actor/musician Morgan Suszek here to talk about their involvement with Friday the 13th, Blood Loss, and their other cool projects. But before we can bring them out, we have to give a special shout out, special thank you to Michael Claude Thomas and B-Movie Monsters for allowing us to use their song Plan 9 in our intro video. You can download the B-Movie Monsters music from streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse.
That sounds better.
Yeah, all across the Monsterverse. And they also have a cool song that they wrote for this upcoming film. It's cool, pretty cool looking upcoming film. It's called Killer Pizza. They wrote the intro video to, or what is it called? The theme song. They wrote the theme song.
Yeah, they wrote the theme song to Killer Pizza.
The song is called, the title is Revenge. It's pretty sweet too, right? You're looking at me like, man, wait till they hear it.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's an awesome song. Thank you guys so much. Then I have to give another special shout out to Colin Fiol, actor musician Colin Fiol, for hooking us up with his good friends, Golden Tea Printing, the people behind our brand new merchandise for Friday the 13th Blood Loss. They printed all of our new shirts. So if you're wondering where we got them, check out Golden Tea Printing for good prices and good quality products. Thank you, actor, musician Colin Fiol, and thank you, Golden Tea Printing. And hey, by the way, guys, Colin Fiol is going to be in that movie Killer Pizza too, I heard.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I cast him as Brandon, the pizza delivery boy, who is going to...
He's on the shirt. He's on the shirt.
Well,
it's Colin.
It's kind of funny. That's my son, and Colin kind of looks like him.
Okay.
It was on purpose.
So, guys, check it out. Killer Pizza is in demand on Indiegogo, and we still have a ton of cool perks available for anybody that wants to get involved, including unique acting opportunities. If you haven't seen the cast that we have, it's pretty fucking awesome. You should go see it. We have, I don't think I was supposed to say that on Facebook. We have custom merchandise, official IMDb producer credits. I don't know.
So you can't say the F word?
I don't know.
You can't say...
What if there's a kid watching or a parent?
You can't say, like, the Z word?
No, you can't say it.
You can't? What about like, the, you know...
No, you can't say
word.
it. No, you can't say it either. Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo. We have official IMDb producer credits. Guys, if you've ever wanted to get involved with film, or if you want to expand on your resume and add to it and have a cool credit on it,
you should scoot over more.
Go to Indiegogo.com right now and get your cool producer credit for Killer Pizza. We also have unique acting opportunities with a killer cast. And we're not just saying that. Go check it out, man. We got Tom Glenn from Creepshow, Walter Phelan from The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream, all kinds of cool people. Al Burke from The Wedding Singer and Killjoy, Tam Taylor, Colin Fiol, Mark Brubaker, and Morgan Suszek. Christina Lafser, Chris Ness.
I went to go say more names, and you just kind of like cut me off.
Phil Petrano.
Michael Claude Thomas.
Me. I'm going to be...
From the B-Movie Monsters. He's lying. He's not in a movie.
and a bunch of other cool people. So go check it out. Grab your acting opportunities today. A couple of the perks are on sale too, like a lot. So snag them before they're gone. Snag them, tag them if you know what I'm saying. Get your custom merchandise. We have T-shirts, DVDs, and more. Blood Loss, Friday the 13th, Blood Loss. We go back to finish filming next month, starting on July 14th. Get your merchandise today from Indiegogo. It helps us raise the funds that we need to get the film finished. If you have already purchased a remote acting role for the film, or if we offered a remote acting role to you, please have that turned in by July 1st. That's the deadline for it. Nobody has asked for an extension yet, so I'm taking it as you either will get it turned in soon or you don't care. So I'm just throwing it out there. You know, if you need more time, give me a buzz. Let me know.
More time.
You need a lot more time. So without further ado, we don't want to keep our guests waiting in the wings all night. The first person that we're going to bring out is a guy named Matthew White. He's an actor, and he's also doing some stuff behind the scenes with us on Friday the 13th, Blood Loss. How cool is that?
It's really cool.
It's awesome. All right, let's bring him out. Without any further ado, the man of the hour,
Matthew White.
I thought you were going to add something to it. All right. Well, he's the man of the hour. Oh, my God. I told you he was here. She didn't believe that you were going to be here tonight. I've been telling her all week. I'm like, Matthew White's on with us. Is tonight Thursday?
It's Thursday.
I told her Thursday Matthew White's going to be here. And she didn't believe me, but here you are. Matthew
and
White
here I am, yeah.
in the flesh.
I was like, I told him it was impossible to get you on.
in the digital flesh, so to speak. Yeah.
How
nobody's ever been able in history to be able to get him on for an interview because of how busy he is.
How is Matthew tonight? A lot of people in the comment section saying hello. They're excited to see everybody, I guess. So how's Matthew doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're good. We're doing pretty well, I think. Just got done playing around at paintball. Speaking of which, guys out there. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
For you.
Let's see. Woo, Morgan. Let's see. Llama Vlogs. Hi, Anthony and Mandy. This is Zachary Scott. Hello, Zachary. That was Billy Baxter, by the way. Hello, Billy. MP, I'm not sure who MP is, but they're excited to see Morgan, and I would be too. Michael Claude Thomas is in the house, the real Michael Claude Thomas. Okay, let's see. Zachary says he's excited to work with us in July. We're excited to work with Zachary in July. Yeah, Zachary, I sent out an email today with this schedule for you. So if you've been waiting for your schedule, make sure to check your email because I sent that to you today. All right. So
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. We're with Matthew White here, who's joining us on set in July. And we also have another special guest waiting in the wings. We're going to bring this next one out. Zachary says he just looked at it. Pretty cool. It's not Santa Claus. It's even better.
Batman?
No, it's not Batman. It's up there, though. It's world famous musician and actor Morgan Suszek. Oh my God! I told you.
I didn't think you were really going to get him.
No, I told him. She never believes me, but here he is. And he's on mute. Oh my God! Oh,
there you
suspense.
I was told I didn't have to crawl out from under my rock to do this, so.
People are excited to see Morgan tonight. How's Morgan doing?
Good. I'm good. I have some people in the next room literally watching this right now.
Oh, really? So Morgan is part of Friday the 13th Blood Loss and Killer Pizza. Speaking of Killer Pizza, we recently announced that Nancy Ann Ritter has joined the cast of Killer Pizza. Nancy is known as the bathroom girl from Scream. So with that being said, we have to ask each of you a question. We'll start with Morgan since he just came in. Morgan,
What's your favorite toilet? No, I'm joking. What's your favorite scary movie?
Favorite toilet is the one in Copycat when Jodie Foster is messing up the scene at the end. I love that. Anyway, my favorite scary movie though is Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. Obviously, it's fantastic. I love it. Robert Englund's amazing.
awesome answer. And then Matthew White, same question for you. What's your favorite scary movie?
Honestly, I like a lot of the old classics with Bela Lugosi and Lon Chaney and Vincent Price, but I'd say my all-time favorite has got to be the original Halloween, 1978.
Okay. Very cool. So we have a Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween. Let us know in the comments who would win in a fight, Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. Right. Get some talking, maybe.
I'm talking, but they're going to
Let us know what
bad answers for you.
Let us know what your favorite scary movie is in the comments below. We would love to know what your favorite scary movie is. Morgan is a musician. Morgan has some music that'll be featured in Friday the 13th Blood Loss. He's a pretty talented musician too. If you guys haven't heard his stuff, where can they find your newest album?
We are streaming all across the internet. Wherever you listen to music, you can probably find us. We are A Tranquil Trauma. And actually we do have an EP that is out. We just remastered those songs that I sent you, but those remasters are not out yet because we are working on a full length. We actually start next Tuesday. We're recording 5 new songs, and we're putting the remasters with the new ones to do a full length. So
looks like we have some fans of your band in the comments section tonight. And like I said, I genuinely like the songs that you sent to me. I was listening to one on repeat one night. I was thinking of like these scenes that it could be in, and I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. So, very excited to hear the new album from Morgan. So of course, I have a segue question. What is your favorite soundtrack?
Movie score, soundtrack.
Movie score, soundtrack.
Horror or just in general?
Could be anything you want.
Oh man. Oh, that is a tough question. I mean, because I'm also really into musicals. So oh my gosh, soundtrack wise though. The only thing that's in my head right now is Sister Act 2 because I saw a video of it today. And honestly, I've bumped that soundtrack for so long, and I'm not even a religious person. I just love the energy of it. But I don't know. Like full soundtrack.
Or just anything, maybe. Yeah, go ahead.
The animated movie has a killer like psychedelic rock soundtrack. It's actually in my vehicle. I listen to it all the
time. That's a new one. I don't know the soundtrack offhand, so I don't think I've seen that movie in a long time.
And a bunch of crazy fun stuff on it.
Very cool. Matthew White, same question. Do you have a favorite soundtrack from a film?
Indeed, I do. Pretty much anything John Williams wrote. And as far as musicals go, in deference to Morgan, Andrew Lloyd Webber, you can't go wrong. But my all-time favorite is from the movie Heavy Metal. That's from the 80s, and that soundtrack is just kick-ass.
Yes.
Is that the movie where they have to turn it up to 11?
Yeah, and then some.
Yeah. All right, very cool.
I have like a million of them.
What's your favorite soundtrack?
I don't have like a favorite soundtrack. I have favorites, like a million favorites.
Name a few of them.
I love Labyrinth.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you said that last night. Labyrinth.
I can recite all the dialogue to it.
They're playing Labyrinth at the drive-in here soon. By the way, it's pretty cool.
But then you have like when they did the Dr. Horrible sing-along vlog with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes.
That was amazing. See, Morgan's like, yeah, that was a really good one. And then
I like
Buffy
Repo
the
the
Vampire
Genetic
Slayer,
Opera a
Once More
lot.
with Feeling. I love that soundtrack. But then movie score, I love Peter Gundry's work. He did I think the most favorite was the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Okay.
So I like the scores that he does. So
Goblin
there you
had a
go.
lot of
I
good
have like a lot
soundtrack.
more. I can keep going. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
But
Want to cut me off?
I didn't want to overlook the
Genetic
comments.
Dazed and Confused. Yes.
Didn't want to overlook the comments. Who would win in a fight between Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers? Melissa says Freddy Krueger. And then, what's your favorite scary movie? Zachary says Friday the 13th. Very cool. Can't go wrong with those. I know someone that's working on it a little. So no.
No, I
Just kidding.
think Michael Myers would win
You think why would Michael Myers win?
because he never dies.
None of them ever died. They all died. They all
Like what
died.
happened, like Jason. Between
How many
Jason
sequels
and
do they
Freddy.
all have?
You bring Freddy into the real world, he doesn't have any powers.
Who would win in a box office brawl? Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, Halloween still got legs.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. All right. Well, there settles that. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any follow-up questions? That's it, guys. Have a good night. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Zachary saying my top 3 horror films are actually Friday the 13th, Gremlins, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Gremlins
Clowns,
is awesome.
yes.
Killer Clowns.
Good.
I love the puppets from Gremlins. The guy that made him, whose name slips my mind, does an awesome job. I saw one of the
Speaking of-
original. Yeah, go ahead.
Going back to Mandy's question about favorite toilets, I'd say probably in the movie Ghoulies at the end.
Oh, okay.
I actually ran through all the Ghoulies movies not too long ago.
Yeah, been watching a lot of 80s puppet movies.
I
Getting
love
ready
the
for Killer
campy
Pizza.
stuff.
Getting ready
Love the
for this
campy
little
stuff.
film called Killer Pizza.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's trying. Yeah, so that's definitely a good toilet. I don't know if I think the
You're
only
welcome.
the only toilet I can think of right now is from South Park with Randy Marsh, where they're having like the poop contest or whatever it is. That's the only one I can think of right now.
Oh, there's I can't think of the name of the movie though. It was with James Franco and stuff, and he's dating the girl, and the toilet has a bidet, and the dad goes to use it, and it's a comedy.
Huh. I don't know. Let us know if you know what
Dating
movie that
comedies
is.
are kind of funny.
James
Those things
Franco
flush
and
funny.
Bidet.
I
Do
can't
they?
remember the name of it. He's like getting engaged to the girl or something. I don't know.
All
It was
right.
funny.
It was funny. So, Morgan Suszek, do you have, I haven't asked this one in a while. Do you have a favorite? What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino film?
Ooh, I do like Tarantino a lot, actually. Favorite? I mean, it's probably Kill Bill Volume 1, but I mean, all of that, like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, all that, love all of it. Yeah.
Love it too.
I
Can't
love
go.
them all, but
There's no wrong answer.
there is
Yeah,
no wrong
I mean,
answer.
There's
They're
no-
all
got
really
great
good,
body
but my
work.
favorite is out of all of them is Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Never gets old.
We've been going to the gym lately, and the song from the scene where he's going to set the guy on fire keeps coming on in the gym. So every time it comes on, like I think about that scene in Michael Madsen dancing and stuff.
Great soundtrack moment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's true. Matthew White, what is your favorite Quentin Tarantino film, if you have one?
It's got to be Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction?
I mean, like you said, there is no wrong answer, but
Right.
I like Pulp Fiction. The way that, you know, that's so many different vignettes, and yet he brings them all together, wraps it up nice. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Yeah. Just double checking those comments. My favorite Quentin Tarantino film, if it matters, is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. How'd you guys feel about that one? That didn't like it so much. It's okay if you don't
It's
like
not
it.
my favorite.
I'm ashamed to say I've never seen it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell which one.
I liked
see
the
it.
end. The last 20 minutes were awesome, and DiCaprio's performance is top notch. I mean, through the whole entire movie, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was a lot of show
Mhm.
from Quentin Tarantino and not as much substance as I normally get from him. But I get it, because it was kind of like his middle finger to everybody, like, look, I can make this movie too. So I dig that a lot still.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer, you know.
Yeah.
So very cool. Do you have any questions?
I've been asking questions.
What'd you ask?
Asked what their favorite toilet was.
What
Yeah.
else did you ask?
She's
Indeed.
asked the best question.
So, again, sorry about that. How's everyone doing today? We're doing great, Zachary.
Yeah, had a good day.
I
Had to
said
work
it
today.
because you
But
said Nancy Ann Ritter, the bathroom girl. So it's like you told me to ask them the question, and I had it just. I wanted to, shake it up a little tonight.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Let's see. Movie Dogs has a wonderful love letter to old Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, I like the movie. Very cool. What else do we have for these guys? I feel like there's a lot that we should be asking that we just haven't
I
asked.
should ask them what drew them towards making independent horror films.
Sure. We'll start with Morgan.
Well, that's a long, complicated story. I've been a fan of horror movies for a long, long time. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of what's going on around here, but I had a website when I was in high school called Don't Look Behind You. I still run a page on Facebook, but the website hasn't really been active in a long time. But I used to get screeners from companies, and I used to interview, low budget directors. Some I still talk to because they're just cool guys. But in the last year, I was just kind of mentioning before we got on the air that I've kind of been utilizing the indie funding campaigns to my advantage a little bit more, and so that was kind of I know some of the people with Sub Rosa Cinema, and they do pushes for their movies a lot. I don't know if you Polonia Brothers and stuff like that, like no budget stuff that I kind of love, and they do pushes for their movies a lot, and I thought like, wow, what a really good way to kind of get involved, and with the music it's kind of a good way to promote, and that's kind of like combining two of my loves, and like getting involved in movies and stuff too is something I've always wanted to do. So it's like, I don't know, kind of a no-brainer, and focusing my attention a little more on what I want to do with this. So yeah. Yours was kind of like the first opportunity I saw that I was like, this is a good idea. I've never been super into fan films. I mean, when the properties go dormant, it is nice to see. I'm excited to see this one. I met Ari in like 2009, great guy. So like being involved in a project with him is really cool. Dylan's New Nightmare, I don't know if you watched that one, but that was a really cool kind of fan film, and I know that people are just like hungry for these characters. So it was kind of a no-brainer. It was just like, oh, this is a really cool way to get involved and to have people really, I mean, like hear my music. So, and you two are great, so getting involved and like staying involved, especially with this Blood Loss and Killer Pizza, was like, well, yeah, I can get down.
Awesome answer. Yeah, Dylan's New Nightmare, for those watching, is a It's a fan-made sequel to the movie New Nightmare from Wes Craven. So it's Freddy Krueger, and it's on YouTube. You guys can check it out after we get finished with this.
Yeah.
You guys can go check it
Yeah.
out.
But
And
Miko
then,
Hughes came back to do it. It was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun. And I just wanted to mention, because we were talking about our raffle nights last night and our free giveaways and stuff. I think Morgan has won more stuff from us than anybody else.
I have some things too. Hold on.
He's won so much stuff from.
This
I don't
is
even
like
remember
from
it
the
all.
first one.
Here,
Oh, it's
look at my
upside down.
toys.
But the big Jason blanket.
A blanket.
Yeah, I think he was the first. He might have been the first person to get a
I lose
blanket.
track of everything. I'm bad at that.
Yeah, and you did you get a hat too?
I did, but I gave that to my brother for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And I did. I filmed that the segments for Friday the 13th already, but I filmed them with my brother, and so I kind of filmed one of him too, because he kind of helped me do that. But he's always been involved with my horror stuff too, and we kind of made short films, and he was my killer, because I love slashers. Yeah.
So we got some just don't want to ignore comments. What's up, Blood Loss fam? Matthew White in the house. Yep, saw that one. All right, Thomas Gunn, he's giving us party things.
That was my fan.
Hey Matthew, what would be a dream role for you as an actor? Well, let's come back to that one in a second, because first I want to cover what got you into the indie films.
What got me into acting initially was back in high school doing musicals and things like that. And when you're doing those and you're in high school, you're obviously thinking, Broadway and being on the big screen and the delusions of grandeur. Fast forward so many more years to just recently, had to retire from work and had to find something to fill the time. A friend of mine, a fantastic actor and someone who is in both Killer Pizza and Friday the 13th Blood Loss, Phil Petrano. He and I started chatting. I mean, he showed that he was in your film and some things that he had done with some of the local colleges and the film students. And so he kind of got me on that path a little bit, and I started looking into some of the films, again with some of the local college kids. I've been in a few of those, and put me in touch with you guys, and through networking, have found a few other avenues to pursue. I think what kind of gave me the swift kick in the pants, though, was a good friend that I went to high school with and performed in musicals with. She went onto Broadway and actually was in a Disney film. And I sat down and I watched it and I thought, geez, what a cool legacy to have, to be on film or digital, as the case may be. But what a cool legacy to have there. And so I started pursuing it a little bit, and it brings me to today.
Awesome. And then this next question is going to be a surprise, but hey, Matthew, what would be a dream role for you as an actor?
That's a tough one, honestly. I don't know. I haven't really given it a lot of thought. I've played a few different characters. I just recently played a slime creature. I've got an upcoming role where I'm going to be a pastor. I've got a lot of things, a lot of pokers in the fire. I honestly can't answer that. I don't know what the dream role would be for me. More something I would think at least along maybe a dramedy type of thing. If no specific role in mind, just something comedic and a little bit of drama. So I hope that answers the question.
We'll go with Morgan. Same question. Do you have a dream role as an actor?
Yeah, no, it's funny because the what Matt was talking about is the same. Like I came up doing theater. I still do theater. The last show I did was Don't Drink the Water, and that was last year. So I played the Russian Soviet spy. I like to do voices and characters a lot. I don't know, I'm goofy, but I also love horror. If I was doing theater, my dream role is actually Collins in Rent. uh I love that show a lot, but there's another show called Once on This Island too that I would really like to do. But as far as film goes, I would like just a role that like allows me to act, if that makes sense. You know, like I want something that I can really sink my teeth into, whether it's drama or horror. I mean, I've always wanted to be like a villain in a horror movie of some kind, but like I want that, you know, like where I get to show that range and like I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm crying, I'm breaking things. I want that. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Those were good answers. So we have another question here from the comments. What is your guys' favorite subgenres in horror? We'll go with we'll go back to, I think Morgan has an answer. We'll go with Morgan first.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I could talk for hours and hours. I love slasher films though. That is my number one favorite subgenre of that. I mean, I love camp slashers. Obviously great genre. Hospitals are fun too. I love killer scarecrows though. If I'm like, killer scarecrows are one of my favorite things, and every single one of those movies is almost exactly the same, and it doesn't matter. I love a killer scarecrow. But killer cars too. I've always been into killer vehicles for some reason. And not even Christine. Like I like the weird ones, like the cars that ate Paris and stuff like that. Like I don't know. Yeah, I could talk for hours about that genre. Literally love.
I'm glad you mentioned summer camp horror films, because Dean Graham, one of our executive producers on Friday the 13th Blood Loss, has a brand new movie out streaming now called Camp Terror. It's available on Fandango, Spectrum On Demand, Amazon, and Amazon Canada, and will be popping up on more streaming platforms in the future. But if you're looking for a fun summer horror camp film, check out Camp Terror. And thank you so much to Dean Graham for being a part of Friday the 13th Blood Loss.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
And then, okay, so Matthew White, what's your favorite subgenre in horror?
I like the campy stuff. The killer clowns, ghoulies, gremlins, if you want to call that a horror movie. I love it. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. And that goes back to watching 8mm films in my buddy's basement with a sheet taped up on the basement wall, where you can see the zipper just about up the front of the costume. So that's the type of stuff I get into. That's my thing. Suspense, obviously. The original Halloween was very suspenseful. I like the build up, and then right at the end when it's supposed to climax, it does, and it's amazing. So yeah, just the campy stuff. That's what really does it.
Mandy, what's your favorite subgenre of horror?
Oh, geez, I like everything. That's like really tough. Because you'll sit there and you'll be in the mood for something serious, but then I like my puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and Charles Band, you like your puppets. So, my favorite would be slashers and horror comedy. Comedy. And if you're looking for a good slasher or horror comedy to be a part of, Friday the
Yeah, I
13th
like
Blood
action
Loss available.
too.
What's that?
Action horror film.
Like what? Oh, like Blade and Resident Evil and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
we talked about
Underworld.
that last night a bit. Yeah, my favorites though would be slashers and horror comedy. I think that's what I enjoy the most.
I think on
Then,
werewolves too.
I don't know. I just like them all.
You like them all. I know
just
you
like them
do.
all.
All
They
right.
give me puppets, and I love it even more.
71 the dog says, thanks for the honorable mention, brother. It's me, Phil Petrano. And yes, it
I
did
didn't see
answer
that
the
coming.
question. Oh my God. I wonder if that's a real Phil Petrano.
I don't think it is the real Phil.
Imposter. No.
Yeah.
Phil Petrano filmed with us in October, and he was on set with us for Friday the 13th Blood Loss. I think he's coming back in July for a scene, and he is doing Killer Pizza with us as well.
Yes.
Phil, are you coming back or what? What's going on? Phil, let me know. Don't leave me in the dark.
Is he coming back for Blood Loss?
Yeah, Phil. Yeah.
Phil? Hey, or Imposter Phil.
Imposter
Will the
Phil.
Phil at least come back?
So Kendra says carousel is her favorite subgenre. It's a whole thing by itself. What
Carousel?
is it carousel? It says carousel, I think, right? Am I reading it wrong?
It's carousel. It's like the way they spell
Carousel.
carousel, but they put hell at the end of it, and that's like kind of the whole
okay.
joke of the movie. It's about a carousel horse that comes to life and starts murdering
It's a
people.
fun carousel.
Did you hear what it was about?
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
It's hilarious.
She likes a movie called Pants, where the pants kill people.
Yes.
Slacks. It's slacks.
Black.
That's the
Yes.
name
Yes.
for a film. That was a good one. Watch it. No, it's really good.
She says Morgan knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. Carousel.
And then Llama Zachary wants to know, what was it like to work with Ari Lehman, the original Jason Voorhees? So
It was pretty awesome.
he fucking jumped out of the water, man. No, I'm just kidding. No, he was he was a lot of fun. He knew his stuff ahead of time. Better than I knew his stuff. You know, he showed up early. He was there way before I got there. So he was on time. He knew all of his stuff. He was fun to hang out with. We filmed his scenes. We changed stuff on him. We gave him new stuff. He was easygoing. He didn't complain at all. Did everything that, we asked him to. And plus more. We filmed a music video with him on the same day.
That key sword.
Yeah, the key we filmed a music video for Blood Loss actually with him, and then we did he'll shoot me a text once in a while and say like, hey man, is there anything you want me to do to help out? And I'm like, I'll let you know. I try not to bug him. He's a very, very busy guy. He goes all year. He does convention, concert, movie concert.
In this town that I live in Michigan. It's like up here.
Yeah. So he's always working. Colin Fiol plays bass for him in his band called First Jason. It's fronted by Ari Lehman. And Colin's one of the main characters in Killer Pizza. So that's how we met Colin. Awesome guy. So Colin makes an appearance in Blood Loss and in some scenes with Ari as well. But can't say enough good things about Ari. I think, out of all the cast members that we have attached to Blood Loss, Ari is actually the one that's been attached to it the longest, which I think is interesting. But just a cool guy, easygoing, easy for me to work with. Can't say enough good things about him. That was my experience with him. There it is. Maybe we'll get him on one night. We'll trick him into coming on with us somehow. He can't say enough good things about him. Phil says, haha. I don't know, Phil. What does haha mean? Are you coming or not? I'm taking that as a maybe, but that's not the answer we were looking for. All right, let's see. Zach says, I bet it was awesome. Yeah, he was fun, man. He was easy to work with, and all the other stuff I just said about him. Let's see. I really want to go to a horror convention sometime soon. I
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, we've been talking about setting up Adam at some point, so maybe we'll do something for Blood Loss at some point, and I don't know, maybe we can sell some Zachary Scott autographs when we go. Who knows? Let's see. Kendra says Ari's also the best to party with, nicest guy in the world. He likes
She
to
worked
party.
at that haunted house.
He worked at the haunted house. Is that what you said?
She worked at the haunted house that he was
she
at.
worked at the haunted house.
Oh,
Yeah, he seems to like to party. He plays big shows. He likes interacting with the audience and everything. He loves being the original Jason Voorhees. Really nice guy. Sat and talked to us and gave us stories about working on set. Likes talking about it. So I can't say enough good things about him. I would work with him again. I highly recommend working with him if you get the chance. She says it was so much fun. Very cool. Very cool. If anyone,
a couple shows at a local bar.
Did he? Yeah. So we're here with musician and actor Morgan Suszek and actor Matthew White, who also does some behind the scenes stuff. He'll be helping us out on Friday the 13th Blood Loss. If you guys have any questions for them, let us know in the comments section below. Morgan, if somebody wants to hire you to either write songs for their movie or to hire you to act in their movie, are you okay with them contacting you, and what is the best way to go about doing it?
Yes, you can absolutely contact me if you would like to utilize me in any way. Social media, I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Facebook, Instagram, probably the best ways to go about contacting me, but I usually check all my things, so.
You hear it, but he's taking unsolicited messages. You heard it here. No. And
no
Matthew,
dick pics, please.
No pics. No
I
pics.
mean,
But if you
reason.
want to hire him, within reason, he said.
Oh my God.
All right. And Matthew White, if somebody wants to hire you to act in their movie or to do any of the behind the scenes stuff, are you open to doing that? And what's the best way for them to contact you?
Definitely open to it. You got a lot of, like I said, a lot of irons in the fire right now. But the best way to reach me is either through Facebook. You can find me there, or email. And it's sci-fi guy 80s at gmail.com. And that's sci-fi spelled the right way. SCIFI. So sci-fi guy 80s at gmail.com.
There's a different way to spell it.
Well, like the Sci-Fi Channel when they were on
With
SYFY.
Oh, they had the one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. I don't watch regular television too much, so I forgot about that.
So, yeah, that's the best way to reach me.
So, guys, hire Morgan Suszek and Matthew White before we get them involved with another project, and they're too busy. They're too busy. Morgan's like, hire me today.
Oh, even if I'm involved with another project, do it anyway.
No, don't do it. No. We need you for this one. No, okay. All right. Yeah,
I'm here for you. But
highly recommend you guys work with Morgan Suszek and Matthew White, who are super personable, easy to work with. Never had anything but good experiences talking to both of them. Looking forward to working with Matthew White in July on Friday the 13th Blood Loss, and then of course working with Morgan on the remote stuff for Blood Loss and Killer Pizza as well. And at some point we're gonna trick him into coming on set and hanging out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I started working at an airport and I got flight benefits now, so.
No, what are you doing, man? You could have been here in July.
Well, it just started, so I'm not trying to push it yet, but I will soon.
All right. Phil Petrano, I think this is the real one. He says LMAO, and then he says that's not. He says he's planning on coming back. That's how I know it's not the real one. No, I'm just kidding. All right, awesome. So I just wanted to make sure we covered everything before it gets too late. Morgan, was there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get a chance to mention? Do you have any other projects or anything that we didn't go over that we should go over, or is everything kind of in like post pre-production right now? Or
I mean, I do. I'm producing one called Murderwana, that's trying to get funding, and
Gee, what's that about?
a guy in a marijuana mask killing stoners. Hooray!
okay.
I have a couple other I'm involved. They shot one here where I live called Harson's Island Revenge, which is actually like a 1920s gangster one. I'm just an extra in it, but I'm still really excited because they filmed it all here. And yeah, well, Killer Pizza and Blood Loss are the two that I'm working on coming out right now. But the Tranquil Trauma album should be out by the end of the year. I do have a solo hip hop EP if you want to check that out, just under my name. And I am putting out a book of poems at the end of June called Marijuana Sounds and I'm Procrastinating. And it's like 40 poems I've written over the last couple of years. And I've finally got with a group locally called the Poetics Lab. I'm actually on the board now. And they've kind of guided me through this process of actually publishing my own book. So that is like the biggest thing on the docket right now. But a lot of things. I'm open to all the things. Love it.
All the things. Yeah, I've seen the I think it was a concept trailer for Murder Juana.
Yeah. Yep. And they have been filming. They just didn't hit their goal yet. So, you know, they're kind of dancing around their budget a little bit and, you know, just trying to help them out.
And that's on still on Indiegogo.
I think they still have one running, and if not, they plan on doing a third one soon. So
keep an eye out for Murderwana coming soon to Indiegogo.
Yes.
And then Matthew White, is there anything that we didn't get to mention that we should mention? Any other films or any, I don't know, maybe you have a new comic coming out or something. I don't know.
We don't have anything. All they care about is blood loss.
That's not true.
You know, yeah, I'm really looking forward to working with you guys on Blood Loss and Killer Pizza. I mean, if you'll pardon the obvious pun, I can't wait to sink my teeth into it. But there's some other stuff coming out. I'm doing some shooting, a film called Ombus 2, Alien Awakening. It'll be on, oh boy, Tubi and Amazon and a lot of different streamings. It'll be coming out later. I get to play a slime creature in that, so sort of an extra, but boy, a lot of makeup and yucky things. It was a lot of fun. And still got some shooting to do on that. Boy, what else is coming up? Got a few films again from some of the college kids that are going to be on the festival circuit. So a lot of the film festivals should hopefully be carrying some of the shorts that I was in. I'm going to be working on a proof of concept coming up shortly in Buffalo that will develop into a feature film called Not to Be Silenced. And as a matter of fact, I just recently got called in to do some background work, some extra work for a feature film called The Panic, based on the 1907 panic, stock market panic. So it's a lot of neat things. Like I say, a lot of irons in the fire, just things, doing some voiceover work with Kevin Duffy on Farmhouse Murders. Got my face into Neon Fear, another Friday the 13th fan film. So yeah, these are the things that are going on. Really excited to get my foot into the industry and see where it goes. You know.
So Ombus 2 has a lot of the actors that are native to like upstate New York and the surrounding area involved in that film. Neon Fear has Clifton Taylor, who's going to be with us on set in July. He's in Friday the 13th, Blood Loss. And then Farmhouse Murders is from Kevin Duffy, who's from pretty much the same place that we're from, and he is also in Killer Pizza. He's doing a remote thing for us. So
cool.
Yeah, very cool. So it's all
everything
full circle, man. Yeah.
6 degrees of separation, something like that.
Yeah, and so yeah, a lot of cool things coming from Morgan Suszek and Matthew White.
I had a question for Morgan though. When your book is released, is it going to be available on like to like download or anything, or is it going to be a physical copy?
Both. So I'm going to do a digital version and a physical copy. It'll be available through Amazon and Kindle. It's actually really easy to publish a book through Kindle Direct Publishing, apparently. So I'm just working on reformatting it so it's appropriate, but yeah.
And what's the name of it again?
Marijuana Sounds and I'm Procrastinating.
So we'll get around to talking about it later.
Yeah, sure.
Llama Vlog says he's trying to make his first short film and it's expensive. Damn, it's expensive. LOL. Yeah.
Child, watch your language.
So I think what you do with that is you go back and you try to utilize, if you have a smartphone, you use the camera on the smartphone. Try to use natural lighting, so shoot outside in the daytime. Get some
hire actors that are volunteers.
Yeah. Get some volunteers for it, and just make the film for the budget that you have. And if you have a $0 budget, then try to do those things that we're talking about. Grab a camera, take advantage of the sun, and then maybe invest in like some cheap audio equipment or something, and then it's pretty much if you have a computer and you can edit that much footage, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is, that's probably the way to do it. There you go.
That's my microphone.
Just ideas,
Yep. Okay.
And it's probably going to turn out half decent. It's probably going to turn out amazing. So don't worry about it.
And believe me, I've seen way worse, and you haven't even made it yet.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say that, but I didn't say it. I'm glad you said it. Let's see. Morgan's brother could be your killer. Maybe. So we have one for both films, but we plan on making more films in the future, so maybe we'll need Morgan's brother to come help us out at some point. I don't know.
That's my sister. She's just giving us a plug.
No.
Nepotism is alive and well.
Oh yeah. We support each other around here.
There you go.
So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're at about the hour mark, so we're gonna let you guys go this time, but we want you to come back, of course, whenever you're available. We'll get you back on to talk some more. Morgan Suszek, musician and actor. Check out his music on streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse.
The Monsterverse.
You can here's some of his cool songs in Friday the 13th, Blood Loss, and you'll also see spoiler alert, he pops up in there too at some point. So he'll be in the movie. We're super happy to work with him on that. And of course, in Killer Pizza, he'll be making another appearance. So Morgan,
out my hair.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight, Morgan. We'll catch you soon. We'll have you back on as soon as your schedule frees up.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on. All right. Thanks. Thank you. Right.
Yeah, thank you. You have a good night.
You too.
Good night, Morgan.
And then we're left with one. Oh my God.
Then there was one.
How was that? That was pretty fun, huh? Morgan Suszek, awesome guy. We're glad we got to hang out with him tonight. Matthew White will be with him on July 15th. I think he's actually coming in early, I think. Or maybe he's still working out the details. But he's working with us. He's filming scenes in Friday the 13th Blood Loss.
Yeah.
And he's helping us out a bit behind the scenes. And so we're excited to work with him in July when Phil Petrano drops him off and keeps going or whatever he's doing. He's going to drive Matthew out and just keep the bus rolling.
Hopefully he'll slow down enough that I can just do a roll and come in. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, we're
the real Phil Petrano though in the comments.
No,
I don't
probably
think
not.
it was.
But we look forward to working with Matthew White on Friday the 13th Blood Loss, and then most likely on Killer Pizza as well, it seems like, and probably in future films as well, I'd imagine. So Matthew, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Come back on whenever you want to, and we'll see you soon.
All right, you guys have a good night.
You too. Thanks. I told you they were coming on tonight. You didn't believe me. You didn't believe that the real Morgan and the real Matthew were going to be there.
You're right. I did not believe you. You are just so wonderful.
All right, you got me. All right. So, guys, Friday the 13th Blood Loss is in demand on Indiegogo. We still have a bunch of cool perks available for the people that donate to the campaign. We recently added screen-used weapons, so you can get your hands on Jason Voorhees' screen-used machete. How cool is that? You can get the machete that Jason uses in the movie. We discounted it pretty heavy this month because we need help raising funds before we go back to finish filming next month. We also have a brand new shipment of shirts in. So if you get yourself...
You're going to say shipment.
Well, I did. We just got a brand new shipment of shirts in for Blood Loss. So if you want to get your hands on one, you won't have to wait forever. Go ahead and donate toward that perk. We'll get it shipped out super quickly. We also have the posters available now. So you can get yourself a Blood Loss poster, autographed action figure, and other cool stuff. We still have producer credits for now. That is probably going to end at the end of the month. It might go a little bit past that, but it's going to end soon. So make sure if you want that perk, you sign up for it soon. The background extra perk is going to end in a few weeks. So if you want to appear in the movie as background extra, grab that perk now. Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo. Guys.
Background extras for the perk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's discounted right now too. So if you guys want it, go check it out.
How much is that?
It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $149 or something. Plus, we always work out discounts. If you guys want multiple perks, we're pretty good about discounting things. Actually, right now, like most of that campaign is like super discounted.
$149, they can come hang out with us on set.
Not just hang out with us on set. They can see how things work behind the scenes. They can get their name in the credits with people like Ari Lehman and Beatrice Bupley and Morgan Suszek and Matthew White.
And they can play Parcheesi with me.
No.
No. Okay.
But it's not bad still. And let's see what else we have. We have Killer Pizza, which is in demand on Indiegogo. We have a killer cast attached to that, including Tom Glynn, who was Kringle in Creepshow, Walter Phelan, who was in he was Dr. Satan in House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. He also worked on Leprechaun 2, Charmed, X-Files, Watchmen, From Dusk Till Dawn, The Mandalorian, all the Avengers movies, and just so on and so forth. He's an award-winning as FX artist. He'll be on set with us. We have Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream. We have Al Burke, who was in the WWF. He wrestled Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, the Road Warriors, Jake the Snake Roberts, and so on and so forth. He was in The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. He's worked with, he's been in like every music video ever. It's like hundreds of them. I can't tell you all of them. But he's worked with Eminem, Toby Keith, LMFAO, Lindsay Lohan, and just on and on and on. He's on Cardi B's newest album cover right now. He was just in the newest Airheads commercial for the Candy Airheads. He's in the Killjoy franchise, Punchy the Clown in that. Super cool. We have Colin Fiol, who we mentioned was in Friday the 13th, Blood Loss. He'll be starring in Killer Pizza alongside Tom Glynn and the other people that we mentioned. We have Tam Taylor, Mark Brubaker, Chris Ness, and Morgan Suszek, and just Christina Lafser, and a ton of other cool people. Michael Claude Thomas, and all these other awesome people. So if you want to join Phil Petrano, so if you guys want to be a part of it and hang out with us and be a part of something fun, make sure you go to Indiegogo today and donate towards the campaign. We're only a few $100 away from reaching our goal and being able to make the movie. So all the donations count. Every little bit counts. If you can't donate, share the campaign. It goes a long way. We appreciate your support. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern with Clifton Taylor, who Matthew White mentioned. He was in Neon Fear. Clifton Taylor's in Neon Fear. He'll be on with us tomorrow night. And then we'll have Kevin Donahoe with us as well. Kevin Donahoe is a musician who has a song in Friday the 13th, Blood Loss. So guys, come hang out with us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We look forward to seeing you all here. Until then, I don't know.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. All right.